4 DRC, 4 Ragavan, 2 Ledger Shredder, 4 Murktide. Or Consider. Three Lightning Bolt. Three Spell Pierce. We got. We got Spell Pierce and Holy Heat. Yo, what's up? Happy Tuesday. Excited for any Lord of the Ring cards in Modern. So the joke was that post Pro Tour, Stefan would come on the stream and we would build some Samwise Gamgee decks. And we would just tell our opponents that we're playing a Samwise Gamgee deck. Because my username is SamwiseGG. But it'll have to wait until he gets done with testing for Barcelona. Like, we're not going to do it now, because he doesn't have time. And that's fine, you know? Alright, I don't really agree with the second Fiery Islet, because I've been bitten so many times by drawing 2 Islets in this type of deck and dying. So I'm only going to play 1, but it's not a big deal if you decide to play 2. I'm going to play 4 snow-covered islands, even though most people play 3. Mostly because I think when you have Blood Moon out, Snow-Covered Island is your best draw, and if you play a bunch of them, it makes it easier to actually draw one naturally when you have the Blood Moon out, you know? Right. That might sound deranged, but I think it's actually a real thing that people should think about, you know? Spire Buff Canal. I have too many fetches. That's right. Because I want to play 3 Steam Vents. You kind of have to play 3. And the reason is mostly in case you surveil away Steam Vents. Remember when people used to play 2? Yeah, I think that's like a little bit... what's the correct word? It's kind of crazy on the margins to do that stuff. Like, there's a lot of corner cases where you surveil too many lands into your graveyard, then you can no longer fetch for them, even though you would really love to. Okay, 200 explosives. He has 2 Flusterstorm, but I'm going to play Flusterstorm in the 4th Spell Pierce. I really like Spell Pierce in general. I'm a notorious Flusterstorm hater. And I love Spell Pierce. I think Spell Pierce is actually super underrated somehow. Breed. Two dress down. One Unlicensed Hearse. I might play 2 Unlicensed Hearse. It's one of the more important cards in the Murktide Mirrors. Is the other reason. I'm only going to play 1 Orvar even though he has 2. Because Orvar is a really narrow card. I'm kind of just not about it. Stern Scolding? Good sideboard card, in my opinion. I wouldn't main deck it, probably. But I think it's an excellent sideboard card. Well, exactly. I think that's the reason to only play one Orvar. Because it really is only for creativity. Missing Blood Moon. Missing cards. I haven't played this deck for 5 months. That's a long time. Alright. Alright. 2 card hoarder to get the cards. So how are people doing on this Tuesday? Anything exciting going on for y'all? Yeah, I still think I would only sideboard it, but it really depends on your deck as well, I think. Like I don't want to just, you know, make an overgeneralization or whatever, you know. All right. Alright, chat. Can anyone check to see if they can see the deck list? There should be like a Mox Field thing somewhere. I'm looking for it myself. I switched off of Cardboard Live, mostly because it seemed like they weren't really updating it or whatever. You're in mobile, you can't see anything? Fair enough. I'm sorry to hear that ultimate price. That sucks. Hope you feel better. Alright. 1 mana counter to Grief, Solitude. See the button, but not the deck list? Alright, 1 second. Has anyone else tried clicking on the button? Anyways, prediction up for the league record if you all want to gamble. Alright, trying to get this. See it on Moxfield? Do you see it on the little button itself? I have to refresh. Stuck on loading? Wonder why it's stuck on loading. If you refresh, I think that fixes it, weirdly enough. Okay. I think it fixes it if you refresh, weirdly. Sorry about that, I don't know why it does that right now. Alright, anyways, this is Izzet Murktide. It's one of the most common decks in Modern. We have a bunch of 1-drops in the form of DRC and Ragavan. We have some disruption in the form of Counterspell, Lightning Bolt, and Holy Heat. We have some glue cards like Mishra's Bauble Consider, Expressive Iteration, which is banned in multiple other formats. We have some big flying creatures in the form of Ledger Shredder and Murktide. The goal of the game is to keep them off their toes just long enough to kill them with either a Murktide or a Shredder, or even like a Ragvan or DRC. Sounds simple, but it is what it is. And we got some removal, some counter magic, and some hate cards in the sideboard. So, you know, pretty straightforward deck, right? Maybe not. We'll see. We're going to head into the first round. Alright, Modern, not Pioneer. We're done with Pioneer for a while. Probably play some Legacy on Thursday. Hope everyone's having a great Tuesday, you know. Hammer Time, the matchup I don't really want. Well, maybe they aren't Hammer, but if they are Hammer, their hand's not very good. Is anyone going to be able to test Lord of the Rings? Probably not. Like, you probably should just, you know, do it. Just gonna bubble them. Grape Shot. Okay, that is probably Breach, not Hammer. Okay. Teamer Breach? No, this is just a Gruul Storm deck, I guess. I'm not countering that, obviously. I will keep that. So it looks like we're playing against Gruul Storm. I want to hold the fetch for Mishra's Bauble later in case. I think it's Gruul Storm, obviously, because I saw a Grape Chop off Bauble. All Cantor, sure. I mean, these are all Storm cards, you know. Okay, we found a Bauble for our fetch, at least. Bubble myself. If it's good, I'll fetch. If it's not good, I'll fetch it away. I'll probably just fetch it away. I'll just bolt this now so I don't add to storm count. Fetch for an island and say go. Don't really want to shock here for no reason. I'll probably have to shock in the Steam events later, so better to just not shock. I'll probably play like the iteration on turn 5, hoping to find... that's actually a really good draw. If I play iteration on 5 without having missed any land drops, is it possible that I just find a land and a spell and be able to just develop more counter magic to protect myself from storm, you know? But we'll see what happens. This is a weird game. Obviously, I wish I had like a DRC or something hitting them. The game would be a lot easier if I just had a threat. But I'm not that unhappy about where I am so far. Wait. Okay, good. I just panicked for a second. I'm like, wait, did I forget to put Murktides in my deck? Because if I had, that would make it a lot harder to win. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I know they have a Grape Shot in hand. So that's just... okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna pass this turn. And then play Iteration next turn. A lot of playing Murktide is understanding mana thresholds and knowing what your opponent's capable of, and knowing when you are and aren't allowed to tap out, really. Or when you're allowed to, like, play a tapped Steam Vents or whatnot, you know? Alright. Probably playing this turn. PA on MTJ for like 2 days? Sheesh. 1, 2, 3. I guess I'll shock this one in. I guess I don't have to play the Iteration yet this turn. Next turn I can play it. Sure. Probably just killing that. At their end step. I know they have Grape Shot and 3 unknowns. Boom. Headshot. Sure. I was kind of hoping for an untapped land, but I don't think they'll try to kill me with this much mana untapped anyways. That's fine. Well, I know about Grape Shot that I saw from Mishra's Bauble. So, like, I know one of their cards is Grape Shot because I just baubled them on turn 1. I mean, obviously it's possible that they have Ground Rift, but literally the Grape Shots face up. My DRC is better than theirs. Mine's a 3/3. Theirs a 1/1. Fair enough. Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, it's definitely possible for them to have Ground Rift. Does anyone have a stock list for the Rotpriest deck? I'm mostly interested if they play Underworld Breach or not, if anyone knows. I would assume they play Breach. On it. I'll fun it. Actually, I probably should have let this Surveil resolve first, but I think I'm probably going to need that. Yeah. Topped. Yep, they're grape shotting this for 3, which is what I expect. What happened to me? What if I had Counterspell? I guess I've already been through one Counterspell. Alright, so I don't know any of their cards. Left on top, sure. Plan is probably Dash Rag to get their top card. I'm definitely dashing Rag. I will in fact be playing that. One, two, three. 4, 5. I'm gonna leave up Spell Pierce instead of tapping out for Iteration. Probably the Spell Pierce isn't good enough if they have anything good, but, you know, might. Okay. Kind of looks like they're gonna die. They surveilled away Summoner's Pact. They just flood out. They have 2 spells. So flashback, strike it rich, grape shot my DRC to avoid dying? Might be. Because then you just put all of the copies on DRC. You know about the Ragavan, so you take 10, go to 1. Obviously the DRC is probably going to have to, like, attack into my Murktide, you know? And there it goes. There it goes, chat. There it goes. I was wondering what was happening there. Yeah, they can't cast Ground Earth for Storm Count because literally every creature has flying. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Alright, so this is probably good versus Rotpriest. What are my bad cards? Well, it's only okay versus Rotpriest is the real issue. Alright. It's just, the counterspells are a lock. You just have to worry about Veil of Summer mostly. That's like the crucial card. Want to avoid being veiled. I think I probably just don't need Ledger Shredder in my deck, if I had to guess. First cuts off Underworld Breach, but I don't know if I want to fight that angle. Might not want to, because it is a lot of mana to tap out for. I think maybe I can shave like 1 Murktide for something. Maybe it's like 1 Murk for 1 Shredder. And call it a day. Obviously, you could like construct scenarios where you're supposed to have Fury, or like you could maybe justify having Fury or a Braid in your deck, but I think they're just not good enough. So I'm just going to have 3 Murktides, 12 creatures, and a bunch of disruption. Like extra counter spells, like the Flusterstorm and Spell Piercer coming in. Well, this hand's pretty good, I think, for some, just generally speaking. Right, they went to 6. Didn't even have to show them my Fawn. Oh no, I did show them Fawn, never mind. Fawn is not really stock in all Murktide decks. But Stefan had one, and I think it makes sense. Like, you kind of want coverage in that way. Alright. I'll bubble myself. Yo, Balazin, welcome back. Thanks for being here. Let me know if I should open a chest for you. Three whole months. That's so many months. Alright. Got 2 Spell Pierces, 2 Heats, an Iteration, a bunch of lands. Yeah, I am inclined to think Fury's not very good, but some people just, like, play it beforehand, you know? Lava Dart me? Sure. Haven't seen a Lava Dart in Storm in so long, but Lava Dart's one of my favorite cards, so I get it. Alright, I think they have Veil somewhere in hand. I'm getting Veil vibes. Alright, don't need to fetch yet. Okay, good. Sort of paid off. Well, only sort of. Lightning Bolt, I think I want to keep that. Just gonna kill off their creatures. They have a shocking number of creatures for a Storm deck. Just kind of funny to think about as well, you know? Okay. I'll acquire one poison counter opponent. Again, drawing a land would be good, so I'm not going to fetch yet. Right, guess if they want to sack a mountain to Lava Dart, my Ragavan, I'm fine with that. That's fine. I think I'm just going to kill them very quickly with the Murktide once I find another land. That's fine. I do have to shock down now, but that's fine. Kill it. Yeah, I do think they were, well, because they were sort of banking on that game somewhere. I think it's safer to play Iteration this turn, actually. Right. Counterspell in hand, bottom bauble, South Island. Just gonna use all my clunky cards. Because my plan is to tap out for Murktide next turn. We're skillfully avoiding Veil of Summer, chat. Very skillfully avoiding Veil of Summer. Ooh, that's a really good draw, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I do not think Spellskite is that normal, but I think the Fury is still not great, honestly. Like, I don't think I can really let any of these creatures really live. I mean, I guess I can let that one live for like a turn. This one can live for like a turn, but I really can't leave Rotpriest or a Narcomancer. Alright, big. It's probably safe to Iteration once. So this presents lethal next turn. Oh, it does storm off with Priest. You're right. You're right. Well, I guess you can, like... You can pay 2 life to give me, Wait, no. No, you're right. So you put all of the Grapeshot copies on the stack, turning Rotpriest, then you pay 2 life, however many number of times to do the thing, I guess. I guess if you have, like, any targeting ability with, like, Lava Dart, it works. But in any case, we're not going to worry about that. We are going to put this in hand, bottom that, exile that, because this is exactly 11 next turn. So I have double Spell Pierce and a Fawn. So I hope they can't kill me through that, but I can just cut off all of their mana engines. So this should be okay. Two Skites Priest and a Gutshot. So I'm just going to Spell Pierce, like, literally any mana engine card. Like, any ritual, I'll just snap off Spell Pierce on. Because I have lethal, so if you just make it so they can't really do anything threatening this turn. Right. It'll work out for the best. And you have to Spell Pierce these and not the other things. So if you try to wait to Spell Pierce other things, like, there's nothing really to Spell Pierce besides this. Like, if they just went, like, Rotpriest, Rift, there's no good Spell Pierce target, really. Always be Spell Piercing? I don't know. Sometimes be Spell Piercing, I guess. SBSP. Alright, opponent's in the tank. I'm not sure what they're thinking about, but... Okay. Okay, I guess that saves them for a turn. Really? You're gonna do this? Okay, I'll fawn one of the copies targeting my DRC. There's, like, just no reason to do that. You're effing kidding me. But the damage to my face doesn't even matter! Like, why would you do that? Like, there's just no reason to do that. Think about where, like, in what universe is 2 damage to my face matters? Zero self-accountability. By the way, Danny, I think you were doing well with Orzhov Yorion in the RC, right? I was walking around looking at matches. If you were, congrats. Was? What happened? Did you have a good finish still? Or no? I mean, my finish was horrible, so, you know. We don't talk about it? Fair enough, we don't talk about it. Perfectly understandable. Oh, I gotta open a chest for balancing. Right. Alright, what we got in the chest? I played the boulder that you have to push up a hill, Fractus mid-range. Honestly, I didn't mind it. I think the matchups I played for it were decent, and I won like 2 of my bad matchups and lost a bunch of good matchups, so. But you know, it's fine. Rhinos. Is it Rhino Mania time? This hand's really fucking good versus Rhinos, so This hand's like pretty good versus most things. I mean, I would like to have a lightning bolt in my opening hand, but this hand's just generally excellent. So we're gonna play 2 Modern Leagues tonight. This is the first Modern League. I'll probably switch decks in between 2, though, so... Well, this hand is bad versus Hammer. This hand is actually not functional versus Hammer, if you're actually wondering what it's bad against. Should I play it around Dash DRC? I'm going to, actually. I don't think dealing my opponent 1 damage is worth the risk of ruin versus a dashed Ragavan. Oh, well, I mean, you could spell Pierce or Hardened Scales if you knew they were scales, but you were probably always tapping out for DRC, so yeah, understandably, you don't have that option all of the time. Is this Dredge? Oh my god, it's fucking Dredge. Dredge is a bad matchup for Merc, I think. What's up, Kane? What's up, Boris Boss? Boris Boss, great job at the RC. Oh, I guess depends on how you feel about it, not how I feel about it, but looked like you were doing well. Alright, we're looking for some counter spells, chat. Alright, that is bad. It's not very good. Alright. You should be good to defer, most likely. Like, they're pretty nice about letting people defer. Oh no, it's Cathartic Reunion? Dredge. Right. Oh, I'm still spell piercing it. They don't have a Dredger though. That's nice. Ox's escape 8. Alright. The plan is probably main phase consider, hope to hit for 3, then play Merc and hope they're dead before anything bad happens to me. Alright. We're still starting with this though. One, two, three, four, five, so... I could dash Ragavan, then play Merc. To catch that one player lacking. Am I the player that's lacking? Am I lacking or slacking? I hit their con flag, that's kind of nice. Does it increase the clock? So 8/8. Maybe 9. I guess I can probably get Delirium back, so I probably should just max it out. is the plan. Tomorrow someone else. Okay, chat, we can win this one. You all just gotta believe. In it. Looks lethal to me. Turn 5 kill with my fucking Murktide deck versus Dredge. You love to see it. Merc is so fun to play. All your cards do stuff. Well, this matchup kind of blows. I don't even remember how to sideboard, but we do have some good cards. Basically, you want to counter all of their stupid enablers. I think it's like... Maybe it's like cut... I think this might literally be the only matchup where I'm okay with cutting iteration. Just cut all burn. No, I don't like that. I think the burn spells are actually important. Maybe I can shave some amount, actually. You might be right there. Maybe it's better to do something like this. I like having Lightning Bolt to steal a game at least, because I think that's actually pretty likely to happen a lot of the time versus them. Alright. Oh yeah, good enough for me. Basically, it's important to have like a counter in your hand for like their 2-drop thingamajig, like Reunion, Throwing Discovery, or whatever. Ideally, I would have multiples, but can't be too greedy. We're just going to take it slow. Low and slow, chat. Alright. Thanks. No, thank you. Wish I had another one in hand, obviously, but I don't. Fuck, they did have the Dark Blast. I was wondering if they had it. Kind of felt like they had it when they played City of Brass, then untapped Sacred Foundry. I could have considered in response. Probably should have, actually. Right, they don't have a land, but they do have a Dark Blast in hand. Okay. Don't think I even really want that. Murktide, do I want that? Maybe? Oh, but I do want that. I think it's actually just Hearse. Say go. I mean, the DRC out to get Dark Blasted doesn't seem very appealing. No. I wanted to, like, also make them think. Oh, they have Leyline in versus me? Okay, sure. Being able to tag that con flag is nice. I'm gonna tag the con flag and probably a land. Those two. Okay. It's decent. It is decent. Yeah, I think I can just tap out for Murktide safely this turn. Really want to close before they draw out of this. Feels like, yeah. I beat them real bad. Holy moly. Alright. There we go. 2040. You love to see it, chat. You love to see it. I haven't played this deck in so long. Is it like riding a bike? Who can say? Wait, can you all see the deck on Moxfield? The Moxfield extension or the Moxfield site? I'm probably going to just have all my decks going there. Going forward, going there. Gregory Tron Chen? Do you think they're playing Tron chat? This one's like a little bit sus, but I think you're supposed to keep. Especially if I do think my opponent's Rakdos, this is always... Oh, it's Hammer? I don't like that. Alright, well... This hand's actually weirdly okay versus Hammer if I find my second land. If I don't, then it's trouble. Alright. Well, that's not great. Okay. Might be Azorius Hammer, chat. How's that look about it? This is a matchup where I don't really like any of the counterspells. They're all just like kind of bad, honestly. Yeah, it's very, very good. I think I'm just gonna leave up on Holy Heat. Finding the land there was super clutch, is what I would say. Okay. Do that. Nope, no thanks. Land would be very good. Alright, do I want that counterspell or should I just jam? I don't think playing around Surge is correct. Also, if I Pierce that, they just play the hammer behind so many dynamos. So, like, it doesn't actually work out that well for you. Right? Like, suppose they just float and play the hammer. You're actually worse off if you just don't kill the paladin right away. Like, because the end result, if you Pierce there, is the Shadow Spear won't be in play, but they'll have paladin plus drum plus the hammer, which seems like a nightmare to me. But I want to play Merc this turn. I don't want the game to last forever, really. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but this seems better to me. Construct main phase, huh? Finding land plus bolt would be lethal. Is there a reason to leave up counterspell? Could counterspell and aid? But they Shadow Spear. Are you using any bolts? Have not. This is like an interesting spot. I'm thinking it through. Intuitively, I think I should play the iteration. And just accept my L's to aid plus hammer. Because I think if they had aid last turn, they wouldn't have done what they did, right? If they have aid, I think they would just leave up aid. No, they would just resolve the aid, right? I guess actually it is possible I should just leave up counterspell. Never mind. Like, but like, I guess the question is, can I play around a top deck 8 or a top deck pure still? And I think the answer is I can. So I'm just going to hit them for 8 and say go. I could theoretically find Delirium next turn as well. Now I just Cauldron off the top? Yeah. Gingerbread. Okay. Oh, it should double pierce, you're right. Is it gonna matter? No, because they only gain 6 go to 9. Right. Guess I'll just leave that on top now. I mean, it could have mattered, so double piercing's probably better. Boom. We win on turn 5 on the draw. I also kept kind of a sketcher versus hammer, and I like immediately drew a land, which helps a lot. Alright, I hate counterspell. It's like really not very good. Soul Pierce is also not that good, frankly. I'm leaving a small number of Spell Pierces, though. I might just cut, like, weirdly I might just cut 2 Ragavans, but not all of them. Which is kind of ballistic to think about, but I think I'm going to do that. I like having the Fawn and Spell Pierce because they interact for costing very little mana. I don't like Counterspell because it's too easy to get into positions where it's just too hard to use versus them. Because Hammer, like, is good at making your mana awkward. We did not see any Memnite or Ornithopters. I would guess most people have 4 Ornithopter and between 1 and 3 Memnites nowadays. Is my actual guess, but, you know. I think people would win a lot more if they sided out Counterspell a lot more in this deck than they currently do. If I had 1 red removal spell, this would be such an easy keep. I think I'm just gonna... So if they're on a Saga hand, this hand would be okay, but I think it's just too bad. This hand's also bad, but I think it's like bad in such a way I'm allowed to keep it. I'll just bottom that. So those of you who are wondering, I don't like Blood Moon versus Hammer. I think it's just like not a plan you should actually try to engage in. Am I still on 8-cast and Legacy? I mean, I play a lot of different decks. Am I currently on 8-cast? No. I also haven't played Legacy for a few weeks, though. You know. Blacksmith skill. Alright. That's a good one to know about. Gingerbread. Okay. Killing Needle. Probably names engineer explosives. But I don't really care because I don't have one in my hand. Okay, that's interesting. Yahtzee. Okay. Sure. That's fine. Worked out reasonably well for me, is what I would say. Should I force them to use their blacksmith skill? Guess so. Plus, I kind of want to surveil anyways. I'm okay letting them trade skill here. I think I should just keep that, frankly. Sure. They have 2 cards. Skill's gone. That's not very good here, so I will not keep it. It did not end up great. That's fine. That there. Just gonna tap out this turn and hope it works out for me, you know. Obviously this feels kind of unsafe, but there's not really a better play, you know. Okay. I'll just play my Flying Wild Nicaddles that see more cards and hope it works out. I honestly think they don't have very much. That's a good draw. Leaving it on top. Of course they can fetch like another land and reactivate, and that's fine. And then I'll just kill that with a braid. When they go to activate, because there's a bolt on the stack. So the end result is I kill both of their things. And it's kind of nice. Top. Top. Boom. All your shit's dead. Take 6, you're at 9. No. I want to draw the heat. Heat's better than an average draw for my deck right now. Like, what the fuck does getting an extra island do for me? The answer is basically nothing. I think I'm just gonna main phase it so they can't crack it. So the worry is Sanctifier, I guess. But that's going to be such a huge problem anyways. I probably should just keep it and play around a blocker. Sure. I mean, one iteration's already gone. I can also just refetch if I decide it's not so good. So that means Haywire Might's in their deck, probably. Sure, I don't care about that anymore. The cards are like a huge problem on like turn 1, and then on this board state, obviously it doesn't matter. Alright, nice. 3060 chat. We're fucking doing it. Where were these game wins during the RC? Okay, I'm gonna run a quick ad. I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom. Thanks for being here. Be right back for matches 4 and 5 in 3 minutes. Alright, I'm back. Not boding well for your 3-2 bet, huh? No, it's not. It really ain't. We haven't lost a game yet, so it really is not boding well. Alright, we got a match. I'm versus a 2-0. We're 3-0 currently. I wish one of these cards was like a removal spell, but I'm going to keep it anyways. Sand's probably not very good versus Hammer, honestly. Like, this hand's like atrocious versus Hammer. Conjure Complete, they're just disrespecting. Fuck, I don't have the removal spell? That's so bad for me. Fucking dead already. What the hell? Right, maybe they do something insane. I don't even know what. It's really kind of hard for them to mess this one up, I think, but I guess it's theoretically possible. It's mostly like, I'm dead. Maybe they don't have a blocker for my rag? No blocker? Come on. No blocker, chat? Nah, boo! Boo! I think I just have to give them cards, sadly. And I also have to play my land and hope to just hit a bolt. What's up, XJ? Hope you're having a good one. Yeah. Leave that. Land's better than the Murktide, considering I have 9,000 Murktides. Killing this is probably still best. Yo, I'm gonna play some Legacy on Thursday. What should I play, XJ? Like, unironically, what should I play? hit a plains for them. I'm fucking dead in this game. What the hell? Why is there a march in their main deck as hammer? Okay, well, I guess I sort of got by that. Yeah, I am looking for a good unbiased answer. I appreciate you thinking about that. Is Sultai Scam deck good? I don't know, man. I look at those decks and I really don't understand, I guess. Like, I personally just don't understand what they're meant to do, you know? Alright. I think I'm gonna start here. Well, there's some very appealing things about them, but they also have a lot of interlocking pieces, which is kind of an issue for me. Alright. Come on, don't fail me. Probably do want to keep that for next turn. Oh. I played a bunch of Painter before the showcase. I played a bunch of Breakfast before that. I don't actually find Sepwood Breakfast that enjoyable, but I've also played it like a million years ago a lot, so... So this fetch is basically dead. I guess what I have to do... Maybe what I was supposed to do is leave this as a blocker, jump with that. Maybe I just couldn't win this game, actually. Okay, well... Yeah, I guess I have to do that. This land's dead, so there's not a real reason to play it. I might actually try the Cursed Mirror thing, because I've never actually tried it. The last time I played Moonstomp, I actually thought it was really good. Like, it was a pretty easy 5-0 the last time I tried it. They just test very different skills, I think, is the actual reality. Alright, I actually needed an island there to have a shot. I think my plan is if I drew an island, like, it had to be specifically island. If I drew an island there, I was going to delve away a bunch of lands for the first Murktide, and the second one would delve away a bunch of spells to get a huge number of counters on both of them. Unfortunately, that didn't work. It's possible the last turn was misplayed, actually. I think was more possible, but, you know. Alright. Yeah, I'm of the opinion the Delver's deck is not that great anymore. I don't actually really know how to fix it, either. I mean, of course there are people who will play it no matter what, but I think it's not so correct to play it right now, personally. Alright, counterspells go out. Counterspell is so awful in this matchup. The Fawn is fine. What did I do last time? Oh, I cut 2 rags, and I think that's fine. Breakfast has been good, but filming the last slots is hard. I agree with that. I mean, there's a lot of wiggle room with the deck, weirdly enough. I don't know. I don't know how to build all decks all the time. I'm always just like, I wish I had more time to play with all of the decks I want to, but just... Well, I want to avoid burnout, too. This is the other issue. Well, I guess I have to actually click submit, don't I? I'm excited about the One Ring 8 key deck XJ, actually. I'm interested in trying that or building that with you on stream at some point, if you want to do that after the set comes out. The One Ring is a card I'm very interested in because I think... Oh, if it ends up being bust out? Sure. No removal, but I think you're priced into keeping. Like, DRC plus considers so many looks at the thing you need that I think you're probably just supposed to keep this. Yes. Of course, this could end up horribly, but that's fine. Drum. After. It's a nightmare. Alright. I'm personally going to pretend they don't have the nuts, because I don't think I can really beat the nuts anyways. So I'm just going to tap out for Shredder this turn and hope it works out. Of course, it probably won't. Oh, is Chicago the same weekend as SCG Baltimore? Like 2 weeks from now? Wait, did I side and dress down? If I didn't... Okay, I did. Oh, Bolt's the week before. Yeah, I'm not even playing that weekend. That weekend will be an actual nightmare to find cards, I think. Like, it will just be so insane. The cards are illegal, 100%. What do I actually want to do here? It's so complicated. This is very, very, very hard. Alright, I think I've decided what I want to do. I think I just have to give them 2 cards and try to develop something. because I don't really want this game to last forever. I'm gonna resolve the Surveil first and hope to hit any sort of thing. I mean, this is obviously very risky, but I don't really see how I win if I just sit around forever versus what's going on. Oh, yeah, I'll leave it on top. Kind of hope they spend all of their turns. Huh. That actually was almost the nuts. Right. Jesus. Am I supposed to keep that and hope to peel a red card? Christ. We just tutor? Well, the thing is, I think this one might be bad to keep, actually. I think I'm going to bin it, actually, because if I don't have... Like, I don't even really have that many, like... Yeah, I think I'm supposed to bin it. Alright. Find a blue card instead. But thinking now I'm actually in okay shape somehow. I'm probably gonna have to give him 2 more cards next turn. But that was a very complicated turn, mostly because I think, like, you have to decide if you're okay giving them cards or not, really. Okay. Alright, I've decided what I'm gonna do. Let's do this. It says stop on my end step, cast this, cast Dress Down. So it disables the Paladin, killing me this turn. They'll get a bunch of cards, but that's fine. Look at this fucking stack, chat. Jesus Christ. Alright. No. No. Graveyard. Graveyard. Probably don't have time for this, honestly. Like, doesn't look great. Alright, graveyard. Looks like they drew nothing but air. Like, it looks like I'm gonna kill them on my turn, probably. I gave them, like, 6 cards this game or some nonsense, but... You know. It's how it be, chat. 3-3. Okay. I'll pay for that one though. So we're looking for a spell. Guess I'll leave that. Does it matter? This is better to leave it and just loot. Sure. Wow, what a game. What the fuck? I gave them like 6 cards. That was a game. That was an old-timer, chat. Alright. Weirdly, I think Ragavan's better on the draw just to trade with their sentinels. Like, they always try to trade that shit off. Like, this Ragavan's better than a second spell pierce here, for sure. What's up, Thindri? You say hi to me at the PT? I think you did, right? Alright. I'm gonna bobble myself because I know what I want, and yeah, I want that. So now I can just say go. Oh, I was supposed to play this bobble out. Whoops. It's really bad, actually. Yo, Mason, thanks for the raid. Hope you had a good stream. What's up? I can't believe they didn't play that fucking bobble out. It's so bad. But I think it's gonna end up okay. I think I just give them a card. It would have been funny if Mason had 62 raiders, yeah. Mason, why didn't you have exactly 62 raiders instead of 58? Also, hello everyone from Mason's stream. Hope you're all having a good one. You had 62 watching? Wow. Alright, I guess I'll bubble them. Sanctifier and Vec, that's not my favorite. So I will dash Ragavan and clear it. I think there's too good of a chance that they drew a land from the first Esper Sentinel thing. So I think it's okay to do this. Alright. Ragavan connecting versus Monowhite Hammer, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights off, carry me home. Y'all didn't know you were coming to a karaoke stream. What do I actually want to do? Dashing does not seem very appealing. I think probably the answer is consider first. That's almost perfect. So I lose to double hammer, but that's fine. They might not go for it as well. That was my one spell pierce I left in as well. Okay. Sucks. Alright, guess I blew it. Guess I should have just not killed their giver. I don't know. I definitely believe that I could have won that one because they were stuck on one. Maybe I should have just played slower versus their Esper Sentinel and not given them a card. Is the likely thing I should have done instead of doing what I did. Our undefeated streak is ruined in this league. Alright, we'll still play for a 4-1, which is a decent record. One sec. There's actually a new place to check out the deck list. There's also a Moxfield extension. Played Ragavan to block. But they can just attack first, Snow Schwartz. Like, there wasn't actually anything that made them play the Hamrat Sorcery speed. If I had played Ragavan out to block, they just attack first. I declare no blockers, and they play 2 hammers. And then I die. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. That's the blue-red going. Well, we're 3-1. I probably threw game 3 right there, but that's okay. We were 3-0 before that. 3-0, 6-0. Well, I copied my friend Stefan Schutz's build, who, I think he made top 4 of the Modern Showcase. And he also won the Legacy Qualifier on Friday, so he's been on a hot streak. So, like, basically I copied his deck with, like, 2 changes. But it feels pretty good. Like, there's a reason he probably made top 4. I mean, obviously he's, like, an insane player, too, which is the other issue. Oh yeah, this hand's fantastic if I find a land in, like, a bunch of looks. I will play DRC Bobble because I think it's maniacal not to play the Bobble out. MentalMisstep, they'd be in top 8. Were you in that top 8? Alright, we keep that one. Came 5th. In the Legacy or Modern? No reason to use the bauble now. Okay. What do I want to do about this? Probably now I want to cycle the bauble and just see what's up. If they're going to draw Ragavan next turn, cool. Wait, your turn. Most important thing about these mirrors is Murktides. Murktide Region is the most important card. So, like, basically, I let them counterspell all of my iterations, really, unless if I can really get ahead on cards. But the real prize is, like, once you have a 7/7 Murktide, it's unkillable. Like, no one can actually kill it. Counterspell is also better in game 1 than it is post-board. Post-board, if you ever get, like, Counterspell Flusterstormed or, like, Mystical Dispute, it's kind of a nightmare. It's just, like, a lot of mana commitment. Most of the things cost 1 mana in these mirrors as well. Alright, I'll do this. I'm gonna throw it. I don't think I need it. Okay. Just gonna do this instead of monkeying around, pun intended. Because the risk of ruin is way too high. Obviously now, like, I kind of wish I had the land, but I think the risk of flood is higher than the risk of screw in this scenario. What were you playing in the qualifiers, Salty Rutabaga? Oh, is this... Oh, that's a problem. Okay. Oh, sort of. Risky move. Something like that. Well, I know what I will be doing this turn. Is dashing Ragavan. And then... Okay, that's actually really good. But it's still dash Ragavan to kill that and play out my DRC. It looks like a breach deck of sorts. I don't know what style yet. Did player draw this match? That was on play, right? Right. Play Jeskai breach question mark. Okay. Offer the trade first, and then just play my rag and play a tapped land and say go. Okay. Okay. Consider usually means fair breach, because usually the other deck doesn't have enough room to fit in considers. That's how I have it labeled in my head. Maybe I'm wrong, but... that's fine. Don't really care if they kill my stuff that much. They do have Gigantha though, which looks like it's happening. Alright, your turn. One to two consider in his grinding station breach checks. Okay. Good to know. I haven't played Modern in quite a while. This is like my first Modern League in probably like 1.5 months, to be quite fair. Sure. Okay. Well, I'm not going to the Pro Tour, unfortunately. It was one match short in a PTQ in Minneapolis, a limited PTQ in Minneapolis. And I didn't do very well in the RC, so I will not be going. I'm just tired of Pioneer, so that's what's going on here. I'll probably play some Legacy on Thursday, and on Friday I'll probably play something else on the stream. I'm not sure what yet. Okay. Tragic. Alright. Maybe they have to discard Gigantha. If they have to discard Gigantha to make it survive, that's fine. Kind of looks that way. Alright, so their last card is Gigantha, so I'll pay 2, then attack and force the trade. And then I assume I'll be able to beat Gigantha later. Okay. Main deck dispute, huh? Good to know about. I guess I'll counterspell Gigantha when they play it. Actually, I might not. I might just let it go and assume I'll draw Unholy Heat or Murktide. Because the risk of ruin of an Underworld Breach is way too high. Yeah, I think I'm just going to let this go and assume it works out. I mean, obviously it might not, but... I don't like my spot, obviously. Like, I think I'm probably going to lose from this spot more often than not, but, you know, that's how it is. Okay, let's start by doing that. Okay. I'll take it. Basically just have to take a bunch of risks this game to even have a shot. Okay. Come on, deck. Alright. Come on, opponent's deck. That's not good. Okay, I guess I have to counterspell that and hope to get lucky. True. Alright, come on, deck. Okay. Okay. Don't you do it. Don't you fucking do it, opponent. Need to play around Unholy Heat, so I'll double void those, these 4, and then the next one, I'll double void the rest of the spells. What an insane game. Right, Bobble? Sure. Sure. Okay, that's a good start. Should I even give them a loot? Probably not. I do think I have to attack, though. Mostly because I want to cut down the number of turns they have to draw Underworld Breach on this board. Basically, if they drew Teferi, they would have played it. If they'd drawn, like... Basically, most draws in their deck if they... Well, I mean, sorry, they drew a card from Bobble. No, I think letting them loot is just too bad, like, frankly. Obviously, it is a consideration. Okay. Now I'll say go. I only have 2 bolts left in my deck. There's only 3 bolts. Okay. So if they... They're on top, okay. Okay. So now I should look for a removal spell, because, like, currently as it is, I can't even break through. So my turn will certainly start with Iteration. I suppose I should have just iterated the first turn, I don't know. Like, this is a weird position. Okay. So they do know what I'm drawing. Okay. So that's why I need to play Iteration first as well. We're Delirious, right? We are. Right, that one. Boom. That was kind of a weird one. I took a few risks, but I think I had to. Otherwise, it was going to be really hard to win. Alright, I think I'm mostly pre-boarded. That game was pretty hard, like, I'm not gonna lie. What does this deck normally look like nowadays? There, cartoon. Oh, this person normally plays Pioneer. Okay, I'm going to actually shave down on Counterspell because it's pretty... Well, maybe I won't, actually. Problem is, what do I cut? I think Murktide's too important to cut. The hearses are good at managing Underworld Breach. Actually, I guess I'll look at what a deck like this has nowadays before I decide what to do. 2 hearse. Fluster. Alright, I guess I'll cut Fawn. 1 counterspell. I don't know what to cut after that. I don't really like tapping out versus them. I don't think the games are actually that grindy, but maybe they are. I guess that game was kind of great. Maybe I should just cut Spell Pierces, actually. That actually makes more sense when I think about it. Alright. Counterspell, come back. Maybe... If I expect them to have Hearse, I want a Braid. Okay, then I'll have a Braid for Hearse. It's like Reluctant Keep and hope that they're cold to Ragavan. Or that they only have removal for Ragavan. Okay. Storm, okay. Good one to know about. Tried to avoid it. Operation Avoid Flusterstorm might be difficult this game. Okay. Great. Okay. I'm just gonna offer the trade and then play another Ragavan. Okay. Here we go, another Ragavan. Say go. Ooh, Cycle? I found all my Ragavans, chat. It's not... I don't really want all of them, but I have them. Hello, you. Alright, guess I'll say go. Casting iteration to a known flusterstorm off my treasure doesn't seem fantastic to me. Okay. This is getting a little bit excessive. We'll be casting that one though. I will be discarding a card. Probably third Ragavan. Guess I could discard Iteration to get closer to Delirium. That might be better. I think that actually is better. What's up, Cal? Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Been a while. So obnoxious. Make them use their fluster here. It's possible I should have just made them use their... I should have... Well, okay. I'll keep that on top, but... Well, I'm ahead by almost 7 minutes now. This is only game 2. It's not clear how long this game's gonna last either. By the way, if you're all new here, thanks for being here. Appreciate y'all. Oh, fuck. Right. I fucked it up. Holy shit. That's so bad. Oh my god. I played myself, chat. Not in a good way. This is really bad. Alright, well. I think I have to take a risk here as well. This is all bad news bears. Alright. I guess I'll force the trade and play another rag. Maybe they have nothing good. Okay. What's Canadian Haze? Is there like a smoke storm or something? From the wildfires? Where are the wildfires in Canada? Wildfire, Canada. Oh shit. I see. Holy moly. Nunavut, but they made it down to New Jersey? Jeez. Sounds bad. I mean, what did they reveal? I guess a bauble? Chat, do you think they'll time out? Northern Alberta? Fair enough. I've never been to Northern Alberta. This is all I got, opponent. Alright, Seiko. Unfortunately, that's vulnerable to a heat, but I can't really do much about it. Like, I could have played Consider first and risked it for the biscuit to try to find a land, but I don't think it's worth it. Yep. Okay. This game was really hard when I didn't draw lands, is what I'll say. I'll tell you what. Okay, you can have a card. Let's rock and roll. This song is interesting. What game is it from? Star Fox. Don't recognize it, but it's obviously a remix of sorts, so. What's the probability my opponent times out in game 3? It's like non-zero, honestly. You just heard Breach? Let's see. Okay. I wonder what they sided out. They have all these fucking counterspells in their deck. So I wonder what went. Really don't know what left their deck. Okay. Let them do their thing. 3 bolts to the nug. I think I'm going to have Spell Pierce back on the play, given how they played. Alright. I think I'm going to shave some Mercs because of Dispute. Just play like this, I think. Right. Lost game 2, onto game 3. Right, this is fine. I have a 1-drop covered, I have a card advantage spell, I have some disruptions, so... I don't have a threat, but that's actually fine. Well, Dispute answers Ledger Shredder, Matt, so I think you can't not play it, really. Okay. Smell some blood in the water. Fine. I think mine's better. No thanks. Oh, I didn't consider Dispute. Fuck. I should have waited a turn on that, probably. Alright. Let's check Punt. Okay. It's fine. That was really bad, actually. That was like my 1 gas card, so if I lose because of that, it's very possible that happens. Okay. Yeah, this was a disaster, actually. Alright. Come on, deck. Come on. Dang it, deck. This is my punishment for rushing with the iteration. Should have just waited another turn, probably, versus their mana screw. Okay. Perhaps I would have lost this game anyways by flood, but, you know, looks like I didn't do myself any favors. Just fetch my Mystic Sanctuary, good joke. I knew when I played the iteration that something felt weird as well. Like, just rushing was so bad. I don't know. Found another hearse. Not great. Where are my iterations? Come on, deck. It's opposite of what I want. Okay. It's fucking insane. All right. I think it's greedy, yeah. It's a really frustrating game because, like, basically I only had one action spell for most of it. And I did run it into their dispute, but then, like, I didn't even draw another action spell for, like, 6 more turns. Or whatever, you know? Oh, I can't crew, right. Okay. Alright. This person took so fucking long. I'm like 10 minutes ahead. I'm actually 10. I don't know. Just the differential in spells that we have this game is kind of frustrating. Whatevs. 3-0 into 0-2. That's how it be sometimes. The classic John 5-0. 2 Tanglet Landlord. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Justice for punting both games. Would you say it's actually justice? Alright. This is the chest. The tilt chest. Is this worth anything? Probably not. 45 cents. All right. I'm gonna play a little bit of another modern deck in a sec. I'm gonna take a 3-minute break, reel back, but obviously Murktide's pretty good. I didn't play perfect all the time, but you know, that's how it is.